Why do estate agents hate going on camera? Today I'm joined by Toby Martin, a person who is very well known in the industry for being on camera. In fact, probably as much as me, if not more.
Steady.
When did you embrace video?
I embraced video, actually, a good friend of yours and mine, Chris England. I attended one of his courses and thought I'd give it a go. So you've got to take inspiration from somewhere. Being on camera is something that nobody ever just walks into on day one and thinks, yep, I love this, this is for me. So you've got to have a day one. And for me, it was attending a course and having that gem of an idea planted in my head.
There's plenty of people who've been on that Property Mark course and never started.
Yeah.
What made you start?
What made me start is that I was looking for a way to stand out. I was looking for a way to be different, both within my local market and also within our industry, because I wanted to raise my profile in all aspects. And at the time, and I think still now, there weren't very many people who were actively posting videos out.
There aren't. I mean, I think I was one of the first. I've been doing it for 7 or 8 years. There's not many of us out there, is there?
There's not, and that's the amazing thing. There is still opportunity to be one of the early adopters.
And even if you've got someone in your town that's doing it, you can still do it, can't you?
Absolutely. There's no exclusivity here. And we are so far away from being rife with people in our industry who are doing video.
Well, that's if you want to get in the industry. The ladies and gentlemen watching this video are going to be agents in their town. I mean, is there anyone in Bath doing, I know that's where you were originally an agent, is anyone doing video in Bath?
Well, only my former company, and that's because I started doing it with them. But the comparison with looking at your competition is an interesting one. And some people can be quite bullish and say, oh, I don't look at what my competitors do, that doesn't interest me. But actually, I think it is a useful exercise to go and look at your competition's social media, their blog pages, their website, and just to look at what they're putting out there, because you will be amazed at the opportunity that is here. Because no one else will be doing this. No one else will be putting their face regularly out there on social media. So it's a fantastic opportunity.
What would your message be to anyone who says, I don't want to go on video because I'm worried what people will think about me?
Everyone thinks that, and I did. And my message will be, if I can do it, then you can too. Because look,
it's very easy to say though.
It is very easy to say, but to put it into perspective. So when I began doing video, and still today, don't particularly like the way I sound. I've got a bit of a plummy, posh voice going on. I don't particularly like my appearance. I've got, goofy big teeth and a big nose. And so everybody has those personal vulnerabilities. But you do learn to accept that nobody looks at you in the way that you do. Nobody criticizes your appearance or your sound in the way that you do yourself. Someone said to me the other day, actually, someone who I'd encouraged to start recording videos, they watched their video back and they said, I didn't mind it, but I picked up on my Essex accent and I didn't really like that. And I said to her, if you watched a video of somebody else and they had an Essex accent, would you think twice about the way they were speaking? And of course you wouldn't, because everyone has accents. But because it's yourself, you overanalyze it and you over-critique it. And so that's why it's so important when you're trying to build that confidence on camera to be consistent, to regularly film, even if it's just a personal video diary that you don't share with anybody, but also to watch it back, because it starts to normalize the feeling of seeing and hearing yourself on a screen. Because actually, other people will not critique you in the same way that you do yourself.
Can I let you into a secret?
Please.
I don't watch my own videos back. I film the start, I film the end.
Yeah.
I cut the top, cut the end off. Okay, you could say, well, these are being edited by the wonderful Jodie. They are, but I do plenty of stuff by myself, and I do the stuff with the Zoom calls and the stat show. Crop the start, crop the end, crop the bits in the middle. Don't even listen back to it.
And very few people do watch themselves back, but it's something that I'm very big on, especially in that period of the process when you are trying to build confidence and when you're finding it uncomfortable. And it seems counterintuitive to say, okay, well, if you're feeling uncomfortable, go back and watch yourself, because you're going to be self-conscious about that. But the process of seeing it consistently normalizes it.
I would actually go as far to say to turn the laptop round and listen to yourself as opposed to watch yourself. Because if you're watching yourself, your subconscious is looking at yourself, do I look big, do I look ugly, all that malarkey. When in reality, you know as well as I do, it's all about the content.
It is, absolutely.
It's not, the person delivering it is irrelevant.
Yeah.
To a point.
Yeah.
What tips would you give to agents about the content?
It has to be relevant, educational, informative, or even entertaining. It's got to capture your viewer's attention. And the way that you're going to do that, the first thing I do with any agent who says, I don't know what to record, is answer questions that your prospective clients are asking. Really good exercise to do is to gather your whole team around, split them into groups. So you've got landlords, tenants, vendors, buyers, and get them to list as many questions as possible. You should easily, between those 4 categories, be able to come up with 100. So then record those in batches, put them out twice a week, and you've got a year's worth of content.
Yeah, I mean, I would actually, I have to agree with you on that. I would go beyond, in terms of and I'm getting quite micro now, is the intro, the first sentence is, you could have, I mean, there's a video out there that turns lead into gold, but because it's been poorly titled and the intro sentence was so appalling, no one's watched it. And my advice, I don't know what your opinion on this is, but I always say, right, who's the video for? Which is the buyer, seller, landlord, whatever. That's great. Love that. And why the hell should they watch the video? Yeah. And my advice to anyone is, and again, you come from Bath, but wherever town you're in. So you say, if are you a Bath landlord with this problem? Then listen up.
Yep.
And then you say exactly what it says. You know, I call it the Ron Seal test. It does what it says on the tin.
Yep.
Are you a Bath landlord worried about Section 21 notices going? And then off you go.
Yep.
No, hi, my name's Toby Martin.
Oh, 100%. The old thing about you've got 5 seconds to grab the viewer's attention.
So you say who it's for and why the hell they should watch.
Yep.
No intro.
Don't waste time saying who you are, where you're from.
Good afternoon.
The whole
how you doing?
The video is put. The other one. I just thought I'd record a quick video about. We can see that it's a video. You don't need to tell us.
Or I'm sorry I haven't recorded a video for a few weeks.
No one
I
cares.
noticed.
No one cares.
Honestly, no one cares.
I like to think of it as starting a loop. So when you start your video, you're opening normally a question, which by the time you reach the end of the video, you've resolved. And so think of it that way. Pose a question and then answer it.
And again, come back. If you're in a certain town, say the town. Now, I know the answer will be the same with the next town along, but it'll make it feel special.
Yes.
This is just for Bath landlords.
Yeah.
Bath, sorry. That's where the posh people call it, isn't
I wasn't going to correct you on that.
So, what other tips would you give? Great content, who it's it for, and why they should watch. What other top tips would you give about building confidence on screen?
Be consistent. We've spoken about that. Watch it back. Especially for company owners and managers. Culture. So, create a company culture that it is based on video. And what I mean by that is that many of us steer clear of video because it feels alien, we find it uncomfortable, unnatural.
Ego, showing off.
Yeah, exactly.
But then if you're helping someone, it's not ego, is it?
It's not ego, no. And so what company owners can do is they can help to establish a culture where being on camera, filming yourself is actually normal within your company. So if you've got a company Slack, a company WhatsApp, where you make announcements, send those by video. Make it normal for someone to receive a video of someone's face talking on their screen, because then they won't feel so abnormal when they go to do it themselves.
And what is particularly interesting is the amount of bosses that say my team won't do video.
Oh yeah.
But the boss is not doing it.
Exactly. So lead from the top, it trickles down.
And that video, like you say, doesn't necessarily have to go out on social media. Yeah. It could be a WhatsApp group of your team. But the team are not going to realise, well, he's doing it, I'll do it, but it just happens to be on Facebook.
Yeah. Embracing video in-house communication is a great way to encourage team members to do that on the external socials.
What are the biggest mistakes agents make on camera?
So we've spoken about waffling at the start. Mm-hmm. You mentioned the word ego, making it about yourself too much, making it about your own business, your own services, your own products. You want to think about the needs of the client. Who is the focal point of your video? It should be your clients and your prospective customers, their needs, their concerns, and their worries.
I agree with you. I always say to people, who's the video for? And then the next question is, are you doing it to get or give something?
Yeah.
And if you're doing it to give something, you haven't got a problem, have you?
Yeah. You don't need to sell. You don't need to sell in your video. There's, again...
That's really hard for estate agents though, isn't it?
Some of the words that I really hate to hear at the end of a video. You've done this fantastic, educational, informative video, and you throw it all away by saying something like, and if you've got a property to sell in Bath, then give us a call. And it's that kind of whole telemarketing sales thing at the end, especially if you do that, which just then you've built up this faith, this trust with the customer by giving them essential information. And then you've thrown it away by revealing very blatantly that you're just doing it to try and sell a product. Just give information without trying to get something in return.
Now, you know me, I sing off that hymn sheet.
Yeah.
I've written the book on it.
Yeah.
But it's still hard work for estate agents, you know. Well, how am I going to get them to give me a call for evaluation?
Yeah. If someone's watching that video, then they're either already on your social media page, already on your website, or already in your CRM. And so they will come to you. Just have faith that when they need you, they will come to you because you've built up so much trust and familiarity that when they need somebody, you're going to be their go-to person because of all of the help and information that you've given them throughout this kind of nurturing campaign.
You've got to believe in the process. It's like the guy watering the bamboo
Yeah.
for 5 years. You have to believe in the process. That's really hard work, isn't it?
It is, and it is an act of faith, and our instinct is just screaming to try and suddenly go in with a hard sell. Okay, well, I've done 2 or 3 videos. This client's had 3 videos. Now is the moment for me to sell.
Okay. Final thoughts. What about, you know, when people, I mean, I've just done an there. This thing that people listen back, well, I've done an and an R's. What's the balance between authentic and perfection?
Yeah, you want to be human, and you want to come across as natural. And it is very tempting to try to perfect to infinity and think, oh, well, I stumbled on a word, so I need to start all over again.
Eight videos on the same thing.
8 takes later, and you're still trying, yeah. So that's very hard to do. But actually, we want to connect with people. We want people to see us as humans. So it doesn't matter if you falter. And it doesn't matter if you and ah. I've ummed and ahed while I'm speaking to you now.
The average Watkin video has 20 ums and ahs in it.
There you go. So, yeah, just embrace your quirks and your natural human foibles. It doesn't matter if you stumble. Just keep going. Be consistent.
Thank you for your time today, Toby.
Pleasure. Thank you.